Hello, Chris Jarvis at Acrylic Pixel here, and in today's video I'm going to do another indie game update. So my little indie game that I'm working on, Focus Find, I've been working on for another few weeks since my last update. I have been chugging away, grinding through, building some levels. I've done about 35 levels now. I'm at the point where I've finished redoing all the levels that I had previously done, and so I'm making new ground. I'm on some different, I'm further along in the story, and now I'm at a point where I'm working on a new mechanic, blue balls. No, not those blue balls, but these are blue circles that sort of interact with the player and the walls, creating sort of resistance for the player. So that is being used to obstruct doorways and paths and corridors, and it's an important mechanic to introduce early in fun sandbox type levels, so that later on when enemies start to chase you, the resistance that these blue circles or have on the player will be really important, and you're going to have to know how they work and how they feel and how much time you've got to get through like a passageway for you to be able to play the next part of the game. That's the theory in any case. So that's what I've been working on, and I'm going to carry on coming up with some new mechanics. Interestingly, I've been working on this game about a year now, and the last couple of weeks some new different mechanic types have just popped into my head. Not feature creep, like, oh, that would be interesting to add this, but just using existing mechanics that I've already created, existing puzzle elements that already exist, using them in slightly different ways or combining them in different ways, creating new different puzzles and new different mechanics. I'm surprising myself that I'm coming up with these new ideas after a year later. I thought that after this amount of time, every ounce of scrap of potential puzzle idea would have been thought of. But yeah, things are just popping in my head still, which is I'm really surprised at, and is actually kind of more enjoyable than the actually making the games, actually making the levels. So that's a bit of a grind at the moment. I've done about 35, and I'm bored of making levels. It sounds really bad because this was like the dream, but yeah, this part is a grind. So thinking of the levels, thinking of the puzzles, and actually doing them. Maybe it's because I'm doing it sort of chronologically, and it's early days. They're quite short. They're quite simple. So maybe it'll get more fun the later on into the game I get, the further along to, into the 70s or the 80s, where the levels become more difficult. Maybe that's where I'll enjoy it. Who knows? Maybe I'll hate it. We shall see. But yes, that's what I've been up to in the last few weeks, and let me know what you think. If you're happy with what you're seeing, if it looks fun, if it looks rubbish. Obviously, the visuals are just placeholders. So it's not really going to look like that. Yeah. See you on the next one. Bye.